Hi everyone. I hope I'm audible. So let me just check once. Okay. Alright. So this is roadmap, or we can say lesson plan for your class 10, like how exactly you can go about this. Okay. So before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Vani Kari, biology educator at Unacademy. I'm an engineer with bachelor's and master's degree in biotechnology and a B.Ed degree. Also a founder of a startup where I grow microgreens by vertical farming technology. Okay. So join with us in Telegram for homework and class notes. You can join the channel Vani Kari ICSE Class 10 Biology. Okay. And Telegram channel of Unacademy ICSE and ISE both. So this link you will find in the description box. Okay. So you can go to the description box and click on that link and join the Telegram group. So special classes, learn from your favorite educator for free. Okay, engage with educators via polls. We will be conducting a poll there, that is quiz. Okay, so that you can compete with your friends and you can know your rank. Clear your doubts in the live special class. So for the top special classes, you can visit the link that is there in the description. Now Unacademy subscription features. Okay, so you can learn live from the comfort of your home, unlimited access to all the courses. So there are different educators will come up with different courses. You will have access to all the courses once you take the subscription. Okay, then top educators of India are going to take the classes in one platform, that is an academy platform. There is regular doubt clearing session then. Okay, and also complete syllabus will be covered. Mentorship and guidance is given, study material is given. Okay, along with that the practice test is given, live test series and batch courses. Okay, so batches, basically you will have access to all the batches. So there is there is a batch in English, there is a batch in Hindi, there is a batch in English. So you will have access to all the batches once you take the subscription. Okay, so depending on your comfort, so you can study in any of these batches. All right, so there is daily practice section also given, weekly mock test series given, live quizzes given, daily MCQ and subjective test series also. So you will have access to all of these too. Okay, so Unacademy plus subscription pricing. So now since you are in class 10, okay, so you can try with 12 months. So since you are in the beginning, okay, so I usually suggest this one because you are in the beginning of the class 10, and you can see that the cost is getting reduced as you go for the higher months. Okay, so for 12 months it will cost you around 15k. Okay, so now with the application of a code Vani YT, so you will be getting 10% discount. Okay, so 10% discount on the subscription, which is somewhere between 13.5k. So this is your the final one. And now as there is an offer going on, okay, so there is an offer which is going on, that is 12 plus 2 offer plus creative corner. Okay, so that means so you are taking a subscription for 12 months, so you will be getting extra 2 months free. Okay, and that is free extension you are getting, and this is a creative corner. Okay, so what exactly is creative corner? So this is going to enhance your hobbies. Okay, so now this offer is going on, so it is a new academic year offer. So if you are subscribing for 12 months, you will be getting 2 months free, and creative corner is there. And if you are subscribing for 18 months, so you will be getting 3 months of extension, so that is 18 plus 3 you are getting. And on top you will also be getting the creative corner again, so that is 4 months of creative corner, that is to enhance your hobbies. If you are going for 24 months of subscription, so basically you are getting 6 months of extension. Okay, and with that, so there is again there is creative corner month also. Okay, so you will have access to all of that based on whatever months of subscription you are going. So let's have a look at the roadmap or the lesson plan for class 10. Okay, so what exactly is this one? So we will discuss about these chapters what is given here. So before that, so I'll just show you this, just a second. All right, Okay, so now as you study, okay, 1 second. All right, so this is the one. All right, so the books that you are going to refer, which one, which book are you all referring right now? Yes, yes, I'm audible. Okay, so anyway, so the textbook that you can refer is Selena publication. So this is way too important, okay, because there are different books. Yes, there is Ratna Sagar is there, Goyal publication is there, but ICSE evaluation. So we have taken a training. So all the ICSE teachers are given a training on evaluation, and it is usually suggested Selena in the training. Okay, so it's better you always refer a Selena publication. Okay, so this is the one. All right, so now workbook for reference. So which book are you going to refer for your references? Okay, so there is Oswal publication, then you can refer Goyal publication also. Together with is good. Okay, so in Oswal publication only, so it will give subjective objective type of questions you will find in this. Okay, so both subjective and objective, that is chapter wise you will find. Okay, so same thing you will find for with respect to other publications also. You will use, most of the time you will find the PYQs, that is previous year question papers, complete set is there from Oswal publication. Okay, so now together with is basically a combination. Okay, so it will, from each and every chapter, it will give you important question. It will also mention by the side, it will also mention the previous year question paper. So you can refer this book together with. And then Goyal publication. So Goyal publication is also good, some extra is there, but yes, this is good, so you can refer this book as well. Okay, so these are the reference book which you can use for your practice. So once, as soon as you start studying these chapters, so I'll tell you this. Okay. All right. Okay, so as soon as you start studying a chapter, okay, so what you need to know. So now let's say you are studying for a chapter called structure of chromosomes, cell cycle and cell division. Okay, so you can see here the syllabus which is mentioned. So this is in the syllabus, what is mentioned here, cell cycle, okay, and cell division, structure of chromosome is mentioned. Okay, so now when you prepare for any of your, let's say you are preparing for the second chapter itself. Okay, so in that case, make sure that you are thorough with the scope of syllabus which is mentioned. So this is way too important. Okay, so why I am highlighting this part is, always follow the scope of syllabus which is mentioned. Make sure that you are studying this in depth. Okay, so whatever is written here, so this you need to follow. So whatever questions that you are going to get for your board exam, so all that will be in the scope of syllabus. So whenever you start studying any chapter, okay, so make sure that you are following a scope of syllabus. So now from this chapter you can see that cell cycle, okay, interphase is given, M phase, cell division is there, mitosis and its stages. Okay, so basic understanding of meiosis. So you can see that meiosis, just a basic understanding you need to have. You need not have a in detail study of a meiosis. Okay, so this is a reduction division. And now what exactly, so you might feel that when you look at the syllabus, so cell cycle and cell division, so if you just read this, and if you are not reading this because it is given at the end over here, okay, so if that is the case, you might miss on structure of chromosome. Okay, but structure of chromosomes is way too important, because you can understand here. Okay, so scope of syllabus says that basic structure of chromosome with elementary understanding of terms such as chromatin and chromatid, gene and structure of chromosome or a DNA and a centromere. So you need to know exactly what is this. Okay, so now same way I'll just show you this one also, that is with respect to chemical coordination. So all these chapters, it's the same thing. Okay, so same strategy can be applied for all of this. So now by looking at the syllabus again, you will understand so what all parts that you need to cover. So here in scope of syllabus, okay, So characteristics of root. Okay, so what is the characteristic of root? You need to know, like, how, why exactly there is a spread of this root is occurring. So they are mentioning that whenever a plant grows, okay, it will try to collect the water. Okay, so in order to collect that water, so it will go on spreading the root. Okay, so larger surface area is covered, and there is a lot amount of water it can get, a large amount of minerals it can get, the plant can get. Okay, so that means it is covering most of the surface area, that means it keeps on growing. Okay, so in that case, now scope of syllabus, when you see, so you will understand which part you need to concentrate on. So characteristics of root is important, which make them suitable for absorbing the water. Okay, so this should be discussed with the process of absorption. So there you will come across different terminologies. Okay, so those terminologies, so there is, I'll just write it here. So there is osmosis process. Okay, so exosmosis is there, then imbibition or imbibition also you can mention. So then there is diffusion. So all these are the definitions which are there. So these definitions are important, and always make sure that you are writing the definition as it is given in your textbook. So let's see this. I'll just show you this. So before I go to the next part, so I'll just explain you this part. Okay, so let's have a look. One second. Okay, so let's have a look at this one now. Okay, so from all the chapters of biology, so what exactly are the questions that you might be getting? Okay, so what all different types of questions you might observe? Okay, so now class 9 is actually, it was a basic foundation for you all. Okay, so in class 8, I think in class 8, class 9, what you studied, so you already have come across all these questions. Okay, so all these questions, what are they? So you have already come across in this class 8 as well as 9. So you know how exactly the class 10 pattern will be. Okay, also we have solved many of the specimen question papers already. So from all the chapters of biology, so what you can do is go for the name the following. So now I have done one session on name the following from all the chapters of term 2. Okay, so make sure that you are writing all the technical term. Okay, so we can say the technical term, or maybe if there is name the following which is there, so you can go for this. So you can write it in one place. Okay, then function. Okay, so all the functions in one place. When you are writing a function, again this has to be the one which is mentioned in your textbook, so there shouldn't be any variation. So try to write the same copy, or let's say, so you are trying to write the xerox of what is given in your textbook. Okay, so always a lot of students in ICSE lose marks, so that is mainly because they are understanding, yes of course they are understanding and writing their own sentences, but understanding, and you should have a skill to write the same meaning also. So understanding and writing something else can also happen. So if that is happening, so there is a chance that you will lose marks. So it is always better to write the xerox copy of whatever, or a same copy which is mentioned in your book. So you need to follow that itself. Okay, so explain the following. So different questions are there based on that. So you will explain certain terms. So they would give a particular statement. Okay, so here they can give you a word, or they can also give a statement. So now based on that, so let's say they are giving a statement or maybe a word. So now based on that, you will be writing an explanation for that. Okay, location also, it's the same thing. So location, if you observe in your ICSE board paper, if you have seen, so they'll usually ask exact location. Okay, so what is the exact location? It is mentioned here, as they have already mentioned that it is the exact location. you cannot write your own sentences in here. Okay, so own sentences should be avoided. Write the same exact statement which is mentioned. So let's say exact location. So now let's say we are taking an example of term 2 now. Okay, so for term 2, what is given? So there is circulatory system is given, then excretory system is there, then you can find the endocrine system, then you can also find a nervous system. So all these systems what you find in here. Okay, so here you need to collect, you need to make a note, or maybe you can refer the YouTube. I have conducted some sessions on diagram based questions, or maybe an exact location. Okay, so exact location. So now this I have conducted only for term 2. So for those children who are in term 1 now. Okay, so if you are in term 1, so you are studying from the first chapter, that is cell. So cell anyway, it is just for your understanding. Then cell division, genetics is there. So any location that is there, so make sure to write the exact location. Make a list. Okay, so make a list of all the exact locations mentioned in there. So that is going to help you in the very last minute preparation for your exam. Okay, so this strategy you can go about. Then other than that, the laws. So I'll just explain it here itself. Okay, so now when we mention about laws, okay, so laws should be written as laws itself. Okay, so there shouldn't be any variation. So there is Mendel's laws. Okay, so Mendel's laws, 3 of the laws are there. So lot of students I have seen, they write, they understand, yes of course they understand, and they write their own sentence for a law. Okay, so law should be the same one which is mentioned in your book. Okay, so no own sentences. Okay, so for laws, no own sentences. So you should not write your own sentences for a law. Okay, so always law has to be law itself. That means a law of dominance is mentioned, which says that always in a pair of contrasting characters, one is going to be dominant, the other one is recessive. So now whatever statement is given in your textbook, so same sentence has to be written. So this is no own sentences. Law has to be written as a law. Okay, so this one you need to know. Okay, so law has to be written as it is mentioned. Okay, so as it is mentioned in your book. All right, so then other than that, the exact location, then definition also. So now if we are talking about the definitions, so under definition you can see that there are a lot of definitions are there. So there is exosmosis, endosmosis, then there is flaccidity, turgidity, then homozygous, heterozygous. Okay, so then you can find dominant, recessive, allele, trait, character. So different terms you are coming across, variation, heredity, inheritance. Okay, so all these definition you should know. Okay, so there are a lot of definitions that are there. So mainly now most of the definitions, I mean the words which I said, so those are all like most of them are from genetics. Make sure that, so from genetics a lot of definitions you can find, so you are writing them the definition as it is again. Okay, so try to whatever you can write the exact one, so try to write the exact one. So for location at least it is yes, so exact location at least you need to mention there. Okay, so now you can find differences, so that is differentiate between. So this you need to observe again. Reasoning. Okay, so give reason. So why exactly there is thicker muscular wall, so why exactly there is thin there is a lumen which is this, so that is narrower. Okay, so what could be the reason why there is too much of sweating that occurs in summer season, why not in winter. Okay, so all these different things which they ask, so you should understand the basic process for that. So once you understand the basics, you can give reasons. Okay, so you can give reason why exactly that is the cause. So in-depth knowledge of basics, so this is in-depth with respect to what is given in your textbook, so that you completely need to understand. With the little further information also is fine. And you can give a reason. So here, give reason need not be like exact similar sentence which is given in your textbook. But yes, of course, this has to be like you're preparing for your exam. Okay, so let's say you're preparing for your exam, so you are studying one particular chapter, so that has to be thorough. You should have a thorough knowledge, so that you are able to give a reason like what exactly might be the cause. Okay, so then fill ups are there. Okay, so analogy types questions might be there, so there can be analogy type of question. Then match the following might also be there. Diagram and labeling. So here when we mention about diagram and labeling, so you need not be artistic. Okay, so just keep in mind that. So here you need not be artistic. Okay, so just the basic labeling. So what is that basic labeling? So basic labeling, when we mention, all the parts should be there. Okay, so parts and labeling. So all parts, I'll just write all. Okay, so all parts and labeling has to be done. Okay, so only then there is a chance. Okay, so you will be getting a full marks. So let's say you are artisting, so you waste a lot of time. So exam is there, so you waste a lot of time in shading it, being artistic, so you are going to lose a lot of time. So make sure that you are drawing a outline. Okay, so once you draw the outline, so you are you are drawing, like mentioning all the parts there, and along with that the labeling is done. So you need not be artistic in this case. Okay, so diagramming and labeling is important. Then structured question, so read the question carefully. Important thing is, whenever you are answering a structured question, read the question carefully. So go for only that particular question that they have asked. So need not write extra, like I'll tell you one more thing what usually happens in evaluation. Okay, so now this is a new one. Earlier we used to like let's say students are writing, so let's say 7 questions are given. Okay, and out of 7 you need to write only 5 questions. Okay, so what you need to write, only 5 questions you need to attempt. But earlier what we used to do, so we used to write all, so since time was there. Okay, so 5 questions we used to write, and a little bit we might be having idea, so we used to write a 7 also. Now those days we used to correct them, like let's say now I'm a teacher. Okay, I'm correcting 5 questions, and after that I'm correcting these 2 questions also, and then depending on which is getting a more marks, so that I would consider. Okay, so that is out of this 7, the one which is having more marks I would consider. But now, okay, so but now this is not the real, I mean this is not the rule. So if 7 questions are asked, okay, so if 7 questions are asked, so preferably you will be writing 5 questions. If you are writing any extra, okay, so let's say you are writing any extra questions, then they are not even evaluated, not even given any marks. Okay, so extra questions, so first 5 questions are only considered, so only first 5 which are there, so those are considered. Okay, so only those are considered. The next one what you are writing, so the extra one, okay, so they are not at all considered, and this is completely waste. So instead what you can do, so you can try to improvise this 5th question itself, that is 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 questions itself, instead of writing this extra. So don't go for writing a extra, but try to improvise. So try to memorize. So let's say after your exam is done, okay, so you might be having some 15 minutes time or maybe 10 minutes time, so you always leave a gap. Okay, so after you write the answer, so let me just say here, okay, so after you write the answer, so try to leave 2 to 3 lines gap. Okay, so minimum 2 to 3 line gap you need to leave. Okay, so last 15 minutes which is remaining, so that is gonna be helpful. So this is for, so this strategy what I'm saying, so this is applied for your term 1 also, term 2 also. Term 2 are anyway writing your exam, so you can do this instead of putting all, let's say you write 5 questions, so 7 questions are asked, 5 questions you need to attempt. Okay, so in that case, instead of writing, or like, let's say you are writing 5 questions, all of them, so you remember something. Okay, so once you remember something, so don't write the question number again and go on writing. So it's better in the very beginning only try to plan it well. Okay, so there might be a chance where you still have some time, so you might write. So in that case, you can write like 2 to 3 lines gap you can leave, and last 15 minutes you can just go on filling them instead of writing a separate question number. Okay, so that can be done. And don't attempt any extra questions, so invest all of your time in those 5 questions and to improvise your answer. Okay, so this is about the structured question. So structured question, you are attempting any question that you are attempting, so make sure that you follow this. Okay, and let's have a look at the strategies now. Okay, so class 10 biology strategies, like starting from your very beginning. So now term 2 are anyway writing their exam. So for those who are just entering class 10, okay, so this is for them. So you all, like already this is started, all the subjects in your schools might have started with chapter 1, chapter 2, and here also in Unacademy we have already started the portion for you all. Okay, so in that case, whatever notes you are getting, so let's say you are trying to let's say this is in a offline one. Okay, so in that case you can organize your study space. So let's say this is for biology now. Okay, so you are not searching for biology notes here and there always, so make sure that you are organizing them well. So whenever you want to study, so you are not wasting your time in just searching it, because we all have done that. Okay, so earlier even I have done that. Now with experience I'm saying this. Why? Because a lot of time is wasted in searching only, so it's better you keep your things organized. So now this is for biology, this is for maths, then this one is for physics. Okay, so then you have a chemistry then. So now depending on which subject you are studying, so make sure that you are organizing all of them. If it is a online one, okay, so in case of online, you can organize it in the form of a folder. Okay, so make a folder and you can keep. So now you are learning on Unacademy. Okay, we will be uploading a PDF. So those PDF which are there, so all the biology PDF you will be keeping them in one folder. All the maths PDF that you have, you are keeping them in one folder. Okay, so this same strategy can be applied to your offline as well as the online. So any of this can be done. Make sure that you are organizing them, you are not searching for this. Now time to study. So what is the meaning of this one? Okay, so lot of children I have seen who keep on planning. Okay, so they keep on planning, but there is no execution. Okay, so keep on planning but no execution. So this is what lost a lot of them will do. Okay, so it's not keep on planning, so they'll plan also. Let's say they have planned it well also, but again if there is no execution, so there is no way, I mean there is this is completely waste of time. Okay, so it is always I can understand, so there might be some time schedules you might be having, but try to follow whatever you have made. So you can understand your time, you can understand which time you are free, so give time for your school work also. And maybe if you are a morning person, you can study in the morning. If you are a night person, you can study in the night. So this is completely depending on your comfort. Once you start going to school now, as anyway this is holiday time. Okay, so once you start going to schools, it's only the morning time that is available. So night time you will need lot of rest to study also, and also to sleep off later on. So if you are planning, so you can study in the morning. Okay, so you plan it well and don't just keep on planning, so you need to execute that plan. Okay, so you need to act according to it. So this is going to help you in preparation, since this is the beginning. So first you will be organizing, then you will be planning that, like what exactly I'm going to try, I mean study, and then will be executing that. Next is practice. Okay, so what exactly are you going to practice? So let's say you are studying now. I'll take an example of bio itself. Okay, so in biology you look at the diagram of a heart. Okay, So when you look at the diagram of heart, let's say, or a brain you look at, or maybe kidney you look at, any diagram that you look at, okay, so you might feel, so when you just look, okay, so you might feel that yes, this is way too easy, so kidney, brain and all, so you feel that there is nothing. But when you try to draw that, so you usually don't understand like what has to be drawn next, okay. So this happens for everyone, not not just me or not just you. So this happens for everyone, those who do not practice those diagrams, okay. So it is very important that you practice all your diagrams, or any, let's say you are practicing for your math, preparing for your maths exam, so you can prepare and you can solve the question. So just by looking at this one, so this is not gonna help you. So it can be diagram based, or laws also. So I'll tell you this, the laws, okay. So Mendel's laws, so you just read it and you feel that yes, I know, but this is not gonna happen, okay. So law has to be written as a law itself. That means you need to know the perfect law which is mentioned in your book, okay. So there shouldn't be any variation. So you should not use your own sentences. No own sentences for laws or for a location. So for law as well as location, okay. So both of them should be written as it is. You, if you observe any of the question papers from your board, ICSE, so they usually ask you to write the exact location. What is the meaning of that exact location? Why are they saying exact location? So they are expecting you to write the same similar sentence, or the same identical sentence which is given in your textbook, not your own sentences, okay. So exact location same as that given in your textbook, okay. And the laws also should be written as laws, not your own sentence. So this needs to be followed. So always write and practice them. So writing and practicing them is gonna help you. Just by reading certain cases, there is a chance that you might miss on certain parts, but when you draw, when you practice them, so you can understand how exactly you need to draw. So try to draw with looking, by seeing the diagram. Try to draw without seeing the diagram, okay. Now as you are having your ICSE class 10 exams, that is board exam, for those who are in term 2, or maybe those who are preparing for term 1, like those who have just entered class 10, okay. So this can be applied to both of you again, okay. So previous year question paper, why is it important, okay. So here in this case, let's say you are studying, so for those who are anyway writing their exam, so you can go through these question papers, okay. So you will have an idea like what type of questions are highlighted from each chapter. So in mainly when we talk of circulatory system, so diagram based questions are highlighted there, okay. And also if you just look at the nervous system, so in that case, that sense organ, the eyes and the ear are the importance, are given the importance. So now based on that, so based on what is the question that is there, okay. So basically if you refer this previous year question paper, so you will have a ideology like what type of question. So they cannot create something new out of whatever textbook is this, only from that you will be getting a question. So if you are writing anything extra, so that is not from your book, okay. So not from the Selena book at least. So in that case, make sure that you follow your Selena book and also the previous year question paper, okay. Checklist. So what exactly is checklist now? Okay, so now you have all prepared. So let's see, you have all prepared. So by chapter wise, okay, so you can go for chapter wise, okay. So in that case, you can make a list of formulas or make a list of diagrams, okay. Make a list of diagrams, make a list of functions, okay. Make a list of locations from all the chapters, okay. So this is chapter wise, you can go on doing, okay. Then make a list of the reason, give reason type of questions, okay. So then along with that, make a list of name the following, fill ups, differences, okay. So all this if you are keeping a list of, so this is going to help you in easy preparation, okay. So last minute you want to study, let's say tomorrow is your exam, last minute you want to study. So all of this you are going to get in one place. Okay, so then relax, refresh and recharge. So what is the meaning of this one now? Any of you? Relax, refresh and recharge. Okay, I couldn't see your comments. Okay, sorry. So there are comments, but I did not get this one. Now it is fine. Is it for 2022-23? Yes, this is for 2022-23. Yes. Hi everyone. Good evening. So Selena is best. How to know that we are 100% prepared for exam? So this you can know by previous year question papers. Okay, so once you are ready for your exam, okay, so let's see this. So once you are ready for your exam, just go on solving the previous year question papers. So since you have already, like, most of your time you have done this itself, okay, so you can go for previous year question paper. Which part of the nephron contains least amount of urea? Yes, I'll come to that part also. Okay, so I think there was actually, I couldn't see your comments previously, so now I'm getting it. So I don't know what was the reason. Anyway, okay, so previous year questions paper, how you can prepare so that you can understand based on the previous year question paper. Okay, so renal vein, what is that? Okay, I mean renal vein can have a very less urea. So that is because as there is basically the filtration is done. Okay, so pure blood is going, so there is no urea. Okay, that is in case of a renal vein, but the renal artery is having a much more urea. Okay, because it is connecting from liver to the kidney. Okay, that is through the heart itself, it has to come. Okay, but urea formation will occur where? Urea formation you can see in the liver. Okay, so from there it is coming to the kidney, and kidney, so connecting link is basically a renal artery which can have a more of a urea. Okay, so relax, refresh and recharge. So here in this case, okay, so this one, all right, so let's say you are preparing for your exam. Okay, or maybe you are studying in a normal day. Okay, without any exam, relaxed you are studying. Okay, so always give time. Okay, so make sure that you take time, or take a break. Okay, so always take a break when you are studying for your exam. Okay, or maybe a normal studying also. So take a break, because you go on filling your brain with a lot of information all at once. Okay, so this is not gonna work, because your neurons also get, I mean your neurons also need some time to the what we can say, need some time to analyze that. So not analyze exactly, to store the information. Okay, so it is to store the information. So in that case, just going on reading that and without understanding, so give some time for understanding, for give some time for your neuron to process it and store the information. Okay, so refresh, so relax is done, refresh is done. So drink something. Okay, so drink tea or coffee, just relax. So you can see here also. Okay, so do that, and then recharge. What is recharge? Not mobile recharge, but recharging yourself, because you have given a break. So you are again enthusiastic, you are again having a lot of energy to study now. Okay, so then once you are recharged, you can go for the study. Okay, so now moving on to time management. So how you can manage your time? So now during exam, you should learn to manage your time. Okay, so this is during exam, and before exam also you need to learn, like how you can manage your time. Okay, so what exactly are you going to do during exam? So now always when your question paper is given, so 10 minutes before for reading. Okay, so 10 minutes before question paper is given, that is just for reading. Okay, so that is when you need to plan which of the questions that you are going to attempt. Okay, so anyway you are not going to attempt all of them, because only a few questions that you need to attempt, not all of them. Okay, why? Because because they are not considered. Okay, so whatever sixth question, seventh question you are writing, so that is not considered, so they are not even evaluated. So only first five are considered, and that you need to concentrate on. So basically you need to choose which question you are going to attempt based on your comfort. So that is during the exam. Before exam is basically the one which I said, organizing your study space, so studying before the exam. Then you can also look at the previous year question paper. So all of this is going to help you in preparation. So how you can manage your time? So based on, if you are a morning person, night person, so you can just analyze that. So if you are studying, if you are comfortable studying at the night, you can go for that. If you are comfortable studying in the morning, you can go for that. Whenever time is available for you to study, you can do that. Okay, so whatever planning is done, that has to be executed. So now answer writing tricks when we mention. So first thing is you need to read the instruction. Okay, so you will be reading the instructions, like they would give like what exactly you need to write, how many questions you are attempting, which is, which marks carries, which question carries how many marks. All right, so reading all the questions carefully, planning the time. So this is during the exam. Okay, so this is time management during the exam. So plan the time for each and every question. So plan the time for each question. Make sure that, so since your question paper you are getting 10 minutes before only. Okay, so make sure that you are planning it well. Provide sufficient time with all that, keeping in mind that, so last few minutes you are free just to check whether you have attempted everything or not. Okay, so plan the time each question should be completed. So let's say you have given for each question, let's say you have given somewhere around 5 minutes, so make sure that you complete it in 5 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes you have given. So make sure that you are completing that within that timeline. Okay, so check how many marks are available. So this is, based on the mark, your the question answer writing skill is gonna vary. Okay, so if it is just for 1 mark, so you need not go in detail. Okay, so you will be just writing it in one word. All right, so look at the question mark. Yes, Vaishnavi, yes. So sleeping for 4 hours a day is way too less. It is way too less, and you should at least, minimum you should sleep at least 6 to 7 hours. Okay, so 7 hours is fine. 6 hours also can be manageable, but 4 hours is too less. Okay, so make sure that you are sleeping more than that. So around 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours is fine. Okay, so 4 hours is too less, so that will, that is of waste. You are sleeping only for 4 hours, and you are not energetic, so you might not be understanding. So if all this is happening, so whatever struggle you are doing, so all that is waste. So you should give your body a proper rest. Okay, so 6 hours at least you need to. आदत बन जाए तो भी, so if this is adat, then in that case also, if your body is already used to it, it is fine. But yes, so usually for your age, so it is not a good thing. Okay, so 4 hours sleep is actually not a good thing for your age, even if it is a adat. Okay, so make sure that you are changing that adat, and try to sleep minimum 6 hours. Let's sleep 7 hours, so try to sleep 6 hours, so that is sufficient, so that you can do. Okay, and yes, so after 6 hours, whatever you are planning in your whole daytime or maybe night time, whatever you are planning, so make sure that you are studying in that. So minimum 6 hours rest you are providing, because you are, you are just class 10, so you are still you are in the growing age. So if you are lacking the sleep now itself, your body might not be getting enough amount of, what is it, enough amount of energy or maybe sleep. Yeah, Piyush. Okay, so since I read Vaishnavi Gupta, okay, so yeah, hi Piyush. All right, so make sure that you are sleeping more. Okay, so let's have a look at some questions. Okay, so structural and functional unit of nervous system. Anybody has, anybody knows what is the answer for structural and functional? So this is in general questions that I have added. So structural and functional unit of nervous system. Okay, who's that? 4 hours से ज़्यादा नहीं सोना. Yes, neuron is the right answer. No, you should sleep 7 hours. Even if you don't sleep 7 hours, at least try to sleep 6 hours. 4 hours is too less for your age. So you should sleep at least 6 hours. Okay. All right. So structural and functional unit of nervous system is nephron, neuron, axon, and cyton. So in that case, the answer is neuron. Okay. So deoxygenated blood is carried by. So who is going to carry the deoxygenated blood? Any idea? So I'll answer this one. So deoxygenated blood is carried by the pulmonary artery because this is an exception. Okay. So all the arteries actually carry the oxygenated blood, but the pulmonary artery कहते हैं कि ब्रह्मचार्य जीवन जियो. Who is that? I don't know. Okay. So this is your school, sir, or what? Okay. So okay, so pulmonary artery, so this is an exception. So all the arteries when we mention, so they carry oxygenated blood. Exception is pulmonary artery. Okay. So protein synthesis is function of dash organelle. So this is your first chapter. Okay. So you know about all the organelles that are there and you know their specific function. Okay. Coaching, so that is your tuition classes, offline classes. Okay, so I don't know, maybe he was joking. At least sleep 6 hours, maybe because you are in class 10, no? So just to make you all serious, he's saying that. But yes, you need to study, I mean, sleep, not study. Study you can do anyway. So minimum you need to sleep 6 hours for your age. So protein synthesis is function of ribosome. Okay. So ribosome does the function of protein synthesis. Now erythrocyte is another name for RBC, WBC, platelet and a leukocyte. What is that? Lysosome, no, it is not lysosome, it is ribosome. Okay, so previous one is ribosome is the answer for that. And erythrocyte, so by the name itself, erythro meaning is that red, cyte is basically cell. Okay, so red blood cell is another name. Okay, so erythrocyte is RBC. Okay, so you are that Piyush. Okay, now I got to know once you said Tuka. So now I understood. Okay. So you are attending classes on YouTube also. Alright. So father of biology. So this was in the very previous, last year. So since you have just finished class 9 and entering class 10, so I have added this question also. So who is the father of biology? No idea. So father of biology is Aristotle. Okay. Yes, so that is when I got to know it's you. Okay, so this is anyway previous one. So there is a gladiators batch. So this is all subject batch for ICSE class 10. Okay, so this is already started. So this batch is already started. So here you have an option to watch the recordings. So you can watch the recordings and you know only with the subscription, because for this is actually the batches and course are for plus learners. So if you are planning to take the subscription, you can use my code VANIYT. Okay, so with this code you will be getting 10% discount on the subscription. So this is term 2 batch, those who are writing their exam in April or you know May. My bio at least is in May, so you can go for this one also, those who are preparing. So may with minimum of subscription. And also there is a Titans batch. So the start date is 13th of April. So recently this is also started. So mode of delivery is English here. So you can watch the recording. So all the classes which are done, so you can watch the recording, and remaining classes you can attend live. Okay, so here also is the same thing. So in this batch also, so there are live classes which are happening, so you can attend the live classes yet. Okay, So then, introducing community. So never miss on any update from your favorite educator. Get session notes and practice material. Okay. Share your feedback directly with the educator via poll. Check out the link to the educator community below. So you can find the link there. Okay, so you can click on that link and you can check out the information shared over there. All right, so now how you can watch my special classes. Okay, so how you can watch my special classes? All you need to do is download the Unacademy Learner app. Open the app and click on Get Started. Then enter your mobile number and the OTP. Sign up using your email ID. Okay, so then select the class 6 to 12. Then you can select the category ICSE. Okay, so then select your preferred language. So you need to select your preferred language, that is English or maybe Hindi or English. So based on your comfort you can go for any of this. Then go to the description of this video and click on the special class link. Click on notify me and you will get notified 10 minutes before the class begins. And you can also use my code, that is Vani YT. Okay, so this is my code to unlock the free courses that are there on Unacademy. Okay, so for unlocking you can use this code Vani YT. Okay, and also to get 10% discount on the subscription you can use the same code. Sure, Piyush. Okay, bye bye. All right. So yes, so thank you all. See you all in the next session. So click on bell icon to get notified about the classes. Subscribe to our channel, that is Unacademy, ICSE and ISC boards. Like and share the video. Download the Unacademy Learner app. So this PDF anyway I can send it on my Telegram also. So just search Vani Kari ICSE class 9 and 10 biology. So you will find the Telegram channel, so you can join there. I'll be sending the PDF. Okay, so see you all in the next session. Bye bye everyone. Thank you so much.